This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. Oh. Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the LinkUp podcast with your host, Mr. King and Kana.
Yes, good day, everybody.
And on today's episode, we have some special guests, some very special guests in the building. We got none other than the duo, the team behind Dawk Sounds or Dawk Audio. I don't know exactly how you prefer us to put it.
Bang.
You know?
I'm not going to lips.
Yeah, no. But yeah, we got j.sonus and Alex in the building.
Yeah, what up?
What's good?
Okay then, so it's just Dawk Audio, Dawk.
Well, we go by both because they got different, you could go deep with it.
I had no idea what Dawk Audio was. So what is? Is a production group? Or is a rap group? Or is a
what do you do? What do you do?
Well, at the end of the day, it's basically a movement where we want to really create, to really push, just a bunch of positivity and creativity with people that really got their head on and really want to make moves.
Not to cut you off or nothing, but before you go into too much of that, like, what is Dawk anyway? Like, just for the people who may not know. I mean, of course I know.
That's a good question, yeah.
What is Dawk? Like,
when I had come up with the name, right, because this was more like a musical thing, and what we use most of the time is a digital audio workstation, you know what I'm saying?
DAW.
Yeah, so that's why I came up with Dawk. And the K was basically for killer, Dawk killer, like killer, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, then.
It's supposed to be like a
collective of people who kill dogs.
Yeah,
so that
be like
well, I mean, you could look at it from the Dawk Audio perspective. When you say with a dog, we make killer audio.
Okay.
That's a good way to spin it.
You understand?
Yeah. You won't get too rough on it.
Yeah.
Killer audio.
That first one I saw a little aggressive there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that was original. The motive behind the name. You know
that's
But then Shelly basically, he got more creative with it and he had more
meaning into it.
Yeah.
He just streamlined it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it.
And also they got double other meaning as well. Design around working knowledge.
Yeah. So it's basically you don't waste time just trying a bunch of different things.
Don't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, basically. Because we as people, we just learn, we real visual when it comes to those type of things. So it's like, especially with YouTube, one thing I struggle was with being an artist and like, whether it was beats or rap or whatever, it was just the fact of like, I always want to be original. But at a certain extent, you gotta know how to do certain things for you to decide, okay, I like that, I don't like that. I like that, I don't like that. And for me, it was just going off of what I feel. So a lot of the things was just wild all over the place, while the knowledge was right there in front of me and I just had to copy it, study it, and then after put my own spin on top of it.
But that's supposed to be where originality comes from. Because if you look at it, everything, every original something is still based.
Somebody did it before in some
based
degree.
in some kind of a way or another on something else.
Exactly, but it's just for me personally. I see a lot of other people like had that as well. Like people who I show how to just the basics of making beats that they want to do their own thing, but you have to still look at what out there and still kind of copy it to a certain degree instead of being like, yo, we're going to drop in some kicks and some snares, but then I'm going to make this kick go like this and I'm going to make the snare go like that off beat. And then when you hear it back and you listen to other stuff, it's like, nah, why my stuff don't sound like that?
Okay, so back to my question then. What it is are you doing? Are you producing from what? Are you producing?
Yeah.
Basically, Shelly is more on the songwriting. He'll bring you a more packaged song. But for me, like, I used to rap before, and just to go back on history, when I was rapping, I used to always want good beats to check. So I guess that's how I started to make beats, and I just stick to the beats,
Okay, I got any projects you could leave us know that I was working on or something like that?
Yeah.
But before that, to go a little background, like how long both of y'all doing music and like where till y'all start? I know it probably was a little transition, like as you say, rapping and doing little different things and within music. But like, could you say where was the start?
Well, Shelly was making beats before me, I could say.
Like 6-7 months before.
Yeah. But I mean, this was around the time when Reggie, Peanut, all Wayne, everybody used to go by Shelly and then record, you know what I'm saying? Even me too, I used to go and record too. So then I just decided one day by I can just start make beats. And then I used to go by Shelly every weekend. Every weekend I used to go by Shelly just to, like it was a regular thing just to open up FL Studio and try to make some beats, you know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah, for me more like.
But the year exactly, what year it was, bro? I mean,
well, when you start?
Yeah, no, when I started to come by here and start to make beats.
Like 2013.
Because I was still living in Leiden, you know.
Yeah.
To show you
2013.
Even when I moved to Den Haag, I still used to come on the weekend.
Yeah, 2013, I when Tony P come.
Yeah.
But what, like, okay, at least, I don't know if everybody would know, but from what I know, then is a little more serious now in the sense that both y'all living in the same space and it's like just a regular cooking up type of environment between y'all two and stuff. Like, when did you decide to take it to that point then to be like, okay, you know, you really want to at least get a little more serious with this? And
well, that's something what we was doing in Hoofddorp, like all like back then in 2013, like,
or even like forming the team, I guess, kind of like.
Yeah, because like luckily I had a neighbor, a Suriname guy, and he was making beats as well. And it was so funny. I was trying to make house because house was really like popping back then with like Rihanna and the whole We Found Love and Calvin Harris. I was just like, yo, this music is so uplifting. So I was going that direction, and my neighbor, he was making house and he's a house DJ. But he wanted to make trap and I was making trap. So it's like both of us just trying to go the other
opposite
way.
directions.
So that whole thing now, James started to come across more and he was like, yo, let we try, you know, make things work. Let we try get a lot of things. Tony P was also there like, yo, guys, like, yo, let me just try make this work. What really set it off is when, more or less, when I'd figure out how to connect both laptops to the same speakers that we could have make a beat simultaneously. Once we had figured that out, then it was like, yo,
collaboration after collaboration.
You know, like we could
Next
just sync it up.
That was basically the birth of the Dawk.
From the moment that the two computers could have synced up and collaborate properly.
So it's like you got two computers, everybody on their own. You got your own program in front of you. You got your own drums, your own melody, and then he simultaneously play something, and then you try to match it up, and then you just try to work with each other from there. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically the core of what it is.
And who would you say to start most of the projects? Like, it kind of varies.
Yeah, it
it'll
depends.
vary. Because a lot of the times I would be making something like, in the beginning we used to work a lot together just to make these things, you know, get these concepts and figure out like our strengths and our weaknesses between us as producers. But then like later on we more like we learn a lot from each other, so we didn't have to really like sit and work on top of each other beats. So what would happen now, like both of us just be, I would say like, yo, James, let me try and make like an afro, and he would go one direction, I would go another direction. What would happen now, while he doing that, I might make a whole type of beat and I might have a vibe, then I send it across to him. The next thing, while he making his beat, I might just go across by him and then just start to, you know, like maybe
change up
some
this,
elements
put
and
this. Yeah, so I guess the combination of two of us just make it more. And to go back to the question, like how, like why we
starting.
Yeah, exactly. More is also like the people we meet, bro. Like we got the opportunity to meet a lot of different artists who actually, you know, doing shows and
someone
like
have somewhat a
day.
legitimate career.
Yeah, like they don't go school, they don't work, they just in the studio all week, and you know, and they legit producers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching them like, yo, I want to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be doing anything else but this. You know what I'm saying?
And just taking a step to make that a reality, basically.
Yeah.
So, how close or how far away you would say you are to, in your mind, you think, to making it happen?
In my mind, I think we just one hit away, bro. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, literally.
Literally one hit away. Like, we just get a right artist, get a right song. I think that's basically what it takes nowadays anyway.
Okay, well, who all, since you're on that topic then, like, who all are some of the people that y'all have worked with produce for?
Now, to say that we really work with, I don't. They got not much, but to the people that seen us and who could recommend us and all kind of thing, there's a lot of names you could give there. Like for example, the Russian guy we meet, Val. He produced for Zefanio. I don't know if you know this guy from Rotterdam.
I've seen the name around. Yeah, the Dutch hip hop scene.
He got like 1 million views or whatever. And you know, he's one of the persons who's be like, yo, let's go to the studio or whatever, and you know, try to work with them. And Quincy, obviously, who via Gilda.
Okay. And I know y'all did some production for some local artists and stuff like that.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. We like Wayne for sure. Like he's basically like part of the crew. Himself have a song.
Code.
Yeah, the Triple C, the movement. I feel seeing the movement. Yeah.
Three Conscious Cats, you know, Lion's Mouth.
Yeah,
produced by these people right here.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. But I mean, like, a lot of locals. We produced for Mob, MOB, Hush Hush. You know what I'm saying? He got. Like I got some shit I can't leave y'all here, but
is Master putting out show?
What? Yeah. Like he's stronger than ever, bro.
Like the one I leave here right before we were on podcast. So no, I ain't leave here. Though.
I was just gonna be like, what song you talking
I played
about?
For other homie. I leave him here with that thing.
Who else them from town, bro? Bro, I guess look, as the type of person, right? I just give people beats, and probably months later I find out, yo, they track the verse to it. Yeah.
That's a little dangerous though. I mean, like how you just get your rights or your credits? I don't know.
Oh, for Gilda too. It's lit song. Yeah,
and that was on Northeast, no?
Yeah. The last song on Gilda for Gilda.
See, but how idols do that? Like, cause I don't know nothing about this the industry something like that. So like that, how you saying it is you just give beats.
Yeah.
So like, but then like you just sell them, you just be like what you just get in return then?
Okay, so. Basically, I got like a licensing. We have licenses and all kind of things going on. But for you to get a beat from me is just basically you ask me and I send it to you. You know what I'm saying? Or I can sometimes do others be like, yo, I'm just gonna send this person this beat, see if he like it, and if he want it, he could just use it. But eventually, now legit artists, when they're ready to put something on an album, that's when you start getting into paperwork or licenses,
when all of the contracts and everything, you gotta talk about splits and those things.
Like, suppose you just give a beat to this partner and then all of a sudden, you know, the single or whatever it is just blow. How are you gonna get all
at the end of the day, the masters is not his, you understand?
Yeah, exactly. He gonna need the masters anyway.
And that's why we'd be tagging up everything too. Okay. You hear that Dawk baby inside of the beats. One thing
though, like from the minute the way copyright works is like from the minute you preserve the idea outside of the mind. Like the minute that these you'll record whatever beat it is and stuff like that, they hold the copyright. It's not necessarily that they have to go somewhere and officially register it and stuff. They made the beat if there's evidence, like with document timestamp and stuff that could say like, okay, you know, this is the earliest. Even maybe it was just a drum pattern or just a couple notes in a melody or whatever. Like that is copyrightable. That idea, once it's preserved in some way, or recording, or if you maybe that deep into it and you could write actual music and you write the notes on a piece of paper or something like that and there's a timestamp on it in some way or a way that you could see like when it was, that already serves as some form of copyright. So like just the fact that he made his beats and the fact that he has them on a hard drive and could open up the project folder and see like, okay, this is how it was made and all of that.
Everything.
So like that's kind of his rights there already.
How to phrase this question properly? How far you could go in duplicating a song without being in copyrighted?
Is
it specific or more? Like, is it like how you do like for papers and stuff like that? Like if 40% is copied and it's too much or some shit like that, or like
that one is a
certain number. See, but this is where the record label comes in, and this is how the benefits of having a record label. This is from information I get from inside. Or people who in record labels or whatever. When it comes to if you use a sample now, you have to clear the sample basically, and once the sample cleared, that's about it. But if you drop something and they accuse it of being my sample, let's say you bring out a song and then I trying to say, yo, but that's my beat. Oh, that's my sample. Then I have to prove it in law.
Then they're gonna bring it to courts and they're gonna be debating to see like, okay, was the piece of whatever it is that you're saying was from your song, like does it really qualify? And so it also depends what country.
Is there a limit how much it goes? Is like
But
okay,
is it just
if
a
you have
fine
like
line?
3 jump things in a row,
No, I don't think they have
is
it.
that
Yeah.
thing is that you know?
It's interesting how it works in certain situations
Yeah.
because Trinidad James gets paid off of Bruno Mars song Uptown Funk. Just because of how he's like, don't believe me, just watch.
Yeah.
From I'll go all
Yeah,
and
yeah.
from that track, just because in Bruno Mars song, which sounds nothing like that.
But I feel
because
like that one could at least slide though. I feel
Trinidad
like if
James, he getting paid off.
yeah,
it, though.
but I feel that was a car with Bruno Mars hit.
No, but
like,
if you listen to that song,
No,
and
I
hear
know
the
what
amount
you're
of
saying.
times that he's saying, "Don't believe me, just watch." It's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
hard to think like, okay, it is a
Yeah.
somewhat significant part of
Yeah,
Uptown
but,
Funk.
okay, but then if you go in that term, how many people owe Tupac and Biggie money?
Probably
That's
a lot
true.
of people
Yeah.
that pay
I don't-
money, that pay
yeah, but
money
I
to
think they'd get
and they
paid.
probably like
Yeah, you think-
Puff Daddy still. Yeah, I'm sure that did he still eating after that if he got a masters to Biggie stuff and the Tupac estate, whoever like his mother, whoever was in charge of the estate after. I know exactly who was responsible for Tupac shit, but yeah, they still would be getting paid potentially
hope it's
anytime
that,
somebody sample it if they lawyers on point and making sure that they collecting their royalties and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean that definitely worth something. I know if Dead Row got up certain things that was done
But
during the
I
Dead
mean,
Row time.
everybody that maybe say a Biggie line or a Tupac line in a song,
It
they have
depends.
to
It
clear
depends.
that.
No,
It depends.
not everything, not everything.
It depends how much of it is,
Yeah.
and it's like, but
Like
I
if you
said,
just
with
do like probably like one bar or so, like especially in hip hop, we'd leave a lot of things slide. Like it's mostly from
paying
other
homage and
genres.
things like that.
Yeah.
And
That's
that
what
has
it is.
happened.
More.
Like Lil Wayne talk about recycling and re-recycling and shit like that back in the day. In fact, you mentioned a few bars like, but yeah, that's a normal thing.
If you
Cream, for example,
I think for
Cash
you to
Rules,
get
everything around me.
a perfect answer, you should watch a documentary named "Sample This." It's a documentary basically going from the hip hop. Everybody basically copy it. It's all a
I
copy
think
from
I
a
see that.
copy.
I think I see that now. I think I
Yeah.
vaguely remember watching a documentary something like that.
But that's a very interesting documentary where they try to explain like everybody basically copying everybody. You know, a tune you get in your head, you say you think you make it up, but
But
you heard
base
it
it off
somewhere.
of something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you check. So it's kind of difficult to determine. Yeah, this is from
What
this.
is
Or this
truly
is from that.
original.
Yeah, you check. So I believe like if it's some obvious, then you can probably take it to court, and then you can probably get some royalties from
there's
it.
lots of so much
But it's
illegal
like
stuff that
it
like
deeper because like for instance, a piano player will play a piano, will make up his own song. If somebody have to come back and play, if they play exactly for like a full 16 bars, that same thing, and then continue going, then yeah, that's straight up copyright. But you cannot copyright those cards because we only have
a certain amount of keys and a certain amount of notes. There's a limited
So
amount of.
I can't
So
remember
that's why I asked
exactly.
if there's a limit or if it's
Yeah,
like a certain
like look for
percentage
instance
you
the
could
thing
go
with
to.
Pharrell and that whole James Brown thing, right? It was James Brown, Marvin Gaye. Which one?
I mean the Blurred Line
Yeah.
song and thing. I know
Marvin
there
Gaye,
was some
Marvin
issue
Gaye.
about.
Marvin Gaye, yeah, my bad. That whole thing. If you look at it and you listen to the songs, like the vibe of the song, the way how it's swinging, the way how the drums and everything hitting, the percussion and all of those things, like that's basically like you telling a band, hey, this band play exactly that. Like how that
Interpolation.
band play. Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I was called for
But
those men. I know
that
the term
one
of
is a
playing over
blurred
something.
line exactly because what their argument was, Pharrell and them, they was like, yo, like this is a type of music because if you look at it, a good amount of those music back then was like that. So it's like, how you gonna call that copyright where we just kind of more or less make something to the
Recreate
vibe,
the
you know? So I was also a little shaky on top of that one there too.
You know, there's a lot of shady shit that happens within the music industry. Just like different. There's a lot of things that if somebody, if some name
shady shit ain't happening in.
true, but I mean, like if somebody don't press the issue with something, like there's a lot of things that just happen. Whereas like people that may not get paid, a song get put out before the producer maybe knows about it, and the splits and stuff like that's negotiated. Like things like that happen all the time, even with like more established, legitimate artists. You just hear stories now and then, but yeah. A well-established producer and then he ain't get his money, or you find out later like he still got millions or whatever that he gotta get. Like T-Pain was talking about stuff like that recently when he was on the Breakfast Club. So I think it's Cash Money or whatever got a certain amount of money for him, like Birdman or more people. But
you see, I think that one there's a little more because I know a lot of hits that was T-Pain songs and Lil Wayne was on it. So I'm sure you know, probably is like a verse for verse, swap for swap.
Yeah.
A lot of artists do that, you know.
Yeah, that's another thing too,
Yeah.
depending on the
But as
relationship
if
that they have
that's-
into.
I was just gonna say not only the relationship, but as if them artists on the same caliber, because like
Yeah.
if Drake and Lil Pump do a swap for swap, to me that really fair.
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
That's exactly why Drake is not on a track with Lil Pump yet. But honestly though, Drake's smart enough to do that. He always been making the moves, finding the artists that like.
Yeah.
I mean, Drake knows that whatever song he collaborate on, he gonna overtake that song. Look at Versace with that remix. He was doing Migos a favor at that point in time. Now Migos a lot further with their career, and they established themselves as like, they
could
come with hits and hits and
they
hits
could
now.
decline. Migos
But
big enough to decline
At
a Drake
Versace,
verse, I find.
at the time of Versace, that was like Drake was doing them on a favor, and he did overtake the popularity on that song. At least I know people just play his part on that song type of vibe. And
But I was one of those people.
yeah,
But he'll do that. People will do that with every Drake song. Tired of it. Tired of it.
That ain't true.
This man is like a number one Drake hit. And
Nah, you can't say that. You can't say
That ain't
that.
true, man.
You
That
can't say
other
that.
one. That is that one tune. Is this man what you talking about? Exes or some crap?
Dog, which song he don't talk about the exes? You see what I'm
he
saying?
just described every Drake song.
You
man.
understand?
That was.
Marvin Gaye's room. Was up.
Marvin's room.
No
yeah.
man, I think that he got one with Big Sean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he
got
Big
multiple.
the one in
All Me?
All Me is what I think now with Big Sean. Yeah,
I think it's
with Big Sean and 2 Chainz on that one.
I think it's all me self.
2
In
Chainz.
the club before Drake Park commanded to change the song.
Yeah.
That one of the few Drake songs I hear that they don't put his mouth.
But he in the hook, so you need verse. You check
Yeah,
it.
true.
Yeah.
That hook lit, yo.
And either way, you guarantee that same night in the club they're gonna play another Drake song.
Yeah,
that much
exactly.
I'm willing to guarantee. The amount of hits that this man have, you could just pick and choose which hit you want to pick, and the crowd will still
But that's
react.
like Beyonce too. You must hear Beyonce song at least once. I mean that's not true actually.
If she didn't make that transition, I ain't know if that would have been true
You
for
know,
real.
transition. How you mean? What you trying to do, Natty?
Start making a little more. So that would be going down there.
When you transfer to Sasha Fierce? Yeah,
Stay woke, fam.
I ain't even know what this new character is because there ain't none
Sasha
of the
Fierce.
two. There ain't none of the two. But from the time I start hearing 808s under her vocals, then I know this was
But I think
it.
she's just trying to keep up with the time.
But
fam.
that's what I'm saying.
She
From the
was feeling a
time,
little
you
more
think she
competition
would have
from
been
a
in the
certain
clubs
other
if
female.
that didn't change?
Who was
Listen,
talking about
pop-
pour it up, and all kind of work when things you gotta do. I feel like that's what it is. You gotta
but
compete with the new young energy.
That was it. That was the rumor too that Jay-Z had something with Rihanna at one point in time.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a rumor that a guy actually had make, like he had clear it up just to sell the song. It was rewrite or the Jay-Z was on that song, right? He was on the He wasn't on the remix.
He was Umbrella. Jay-Z
No,
was Umbrella.
it was before. He wasn't on the remix to We Ride. That wasn't Rihanna's first hit. We Ride.
I don't know
To me,
what song
according to
you're
me,
talking about.
Rihanna's first hit was
Pan the Replay.
Yeah, Pan the Replay.
Pan the replay is
Yeah,
like
yeah, Pan
way
the
back.
Replay is
Pan the
an
replay is what she
outcome.
come in the game
Yeah,
with.
that was like.
But I think, look,
opening.
Umbrella was featured Jay-Z.
That was early.
Yeah,
Nah, but
Umbrella
that other
had
song
Jay-Z.
too, that We Ride song was
I
featured
think I
with
know
Jay-Z.
which
know what
one
song
you're
you're
talking
talking
about.
about.
I
I have
think
no
I know
idea
which one
what song
you're
you're
talking about. I think I
talking
know which one you're talking about.
I was deep in R&B back then.
What do you people see as like the plans for Dark Audio and stuff? Because I feel like we got
Yes.
You
Yo,
got
this-
Yeah,
laugh
we
track.
get a laugh topic. No, but I mean to go back to like what we trying to achieve is just to get more production out there and just to be a stable name inside the music industry. Man. That's basically it. Right now, I feel we have what it takes to be like I don't know if you listen to Dutch rap, but produced by Esco, produced by
If you're listening to Mula Bay, Ilias on the
Mula
beat.
Ilyas on the beat. You know what I'm saying? That's all I really want to do. And I just want to make sure my production is all over the place. You know, get myself stable. And, St. Martin, I know, is a small island, but I mean, Holland is where I want to take over.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And it possible
Thank
here
you.
too. Like Holland is basically a melting pot for all
Yeah,
different
exactly.
type of like
Cultures
urban
and-
cultures,
Yeah, please.
languages.
I'm glad all of St. Martin people realize that just because you're famous or you're big in St. Martin don't mean you're really doing anything too much.
No, but
And I
look
have a
up
lot of
here.
people in Seman who want beats from me, but sorry, but the Dutch people coming first.
Okay, that's a little rough.
I'm joking.
Alienate
That
your
one a
whole
little
fan
rough.
base and things.
Nah, shout
man.
out my people in Seman. You know what I'm saying?
Maswaligians.
My Swaligans.
Right.
No, but yeah, for
man.
what are you doing next? What you got?
Like
what
right
you
now,
have?
we got like right now we're working with this French artist. He live in Eindhoven, and he has made me laugh a lot. But he's basically the rap in French. I does not know what he's saying, but he got flow.
Not because of your mother. You don't
Nah,
know.
he ain't busting that one though, because those smaller words I
You
know.
can pick up on that one still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some intel from somebody in the street. He tell me the hardest thing to do is find an artist who will consistently, you know what I'm saying, work with you and
Yeah, basically.
make sure have your production every time. You know what I'm
So you
saying?
could basically be like the Fadi to somebody's Drake.
Exactly, you know,
Exactly.
and
You
you
Develop that
Or
consistent
to play
relationship.
Picasso to somebody,
Yeah.
Tory Lanez.
trying to find. I trying to find that artist still, and I got some people, but a lot of the music too noisy for me, you know. So I can't really
How you mean to noisy though?
like it too noisy.
Look, for he saying that already done a statement.
Yeah,
So what, you got any kind of ideal type of artist you looking to work with?
Like people who got bars at least, who willing to at least give me some bars at least, yo. Like I
at
like
least one
melody
bars,
too,
that's
but
what
I
we
can't. Like, I don't even have to be bars. Give me like a concept song where it's like, yo,
Some
because
people who got a little message in the music.
yeah, like
bro,
look,
if for me it's simple. If I could listen to a song you already have made and I could be like, ooh, that line nice, that's it. I work with you.
yeah, that could work too.
What these fellas was name that we talked about last time?
The Unusual Suspects.
Unusual Suspect.
Nah.
You're talking about, you should know these, man.
From
Conscious and
Kinoli got some beats for me right now, so don't know shout out Kinoli.
Who was in that?
he and Twist.
Twist.
Okay, yeah.
Twist as in who,
They got-
who used to be known as Little Twist. Once upon a
I
time.
think so. Yeah,
I think he was little
I know
twist for a
it's-
I
while.
think so.
know.
Yeah. He used to be lit.
But,
I ain't sure if
um,
it was a little, I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, this is my bar itself. Like me and Kinoli hit me up anytime he want beats and he get beats from me. You know, he got a couple beats from me right now. So
We went through a little bit on them project there last week.
yeah,
What was his name?
Enclave.
Enclave, yeah, exactly.
They got some good
Project
tunes
though,
on
man.
They got some
Yeah.
good tunes on that project stuff.
Conscious vibe and
I
thing.
ain't even gonna lie, yeah, it's good to hear something different, especially coming from the island. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
This whole club, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I mean,
disrespectful
look,
type thing.
Kinoli been spitting for a while. I know Kinoli for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you basically grew up in the same neighborhood. He see the whole transition. I know people used to know me before as Guas.
Yeah.
That was when I was a rapper, you know.
Who you been on?
So now it's just Sonus, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Let's
all the egos.
Yeah, nah, basically that was
You
it.
gotta have at least 3 dogs. You
He
need
good
at
at
least 3 dogs.
Yeah, you know how much
Yeah,
nicknames I
you
went
need
through
at least
before?
3 names.
Like Guas, and then at a point in time before Guas, it was Virus for some reason.
Never meet you with that phase.
Yeah, nah.
I hear him say
They
the
had
story,
one
but I don't know that
Escalante
one.
Escalante.
What
That was high school, like before MPC.
Okay.
Somewhat
What that's supposed to mean?
That was
does it mean something?
that's a name. That's like a typical, not a typical Spanish name, but like a Spanish name. I have my parents Dominican, you know, Spanish. I basically a Spanish boy, you know. My mother called me as Spanish we talking, so like yeah, that was like early when I was in academy. I know about I was in academy. You see, a lot of people don't know that I was in academy
even know
before
that one.
MPC. Check.
Getting into the history then.
Yeah,
Going back.
yeah, to go back. But I mean,
Hey, we was in high school a long time ago though. Jesus Christ.
yeah,
man.
2009. What we at?
17 now.
2008.
Next year, again,
Seven.
make it 10 years up here, yo.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm only up here like 5.
I feel like I up here well. You got a couple years on me, self.
But I feel like I up here for a long time, at least a decade. Sorry, man. Both I got years on me too. Me and King come up the same year.
You see
But
that?
you come up when Cheetos and come up. A couple years after that, like maybe 3 years after.
me
Yo,
and
3
Peanut
years is a
me
lot
and-
to that.
me and
You
Peanut
know what
Butter
happened
the
3
same
years? Your life could change in 1, much less 3.
And to say like when I finish high school, I just like probably stay a year and then I
Yeah.
leave one time. You know?
But I do the
So-
same. I stay in Sonata for a year before I come
Yeah.
home.
Yep.
Come
Was
on.
working the airport and then
Nah, I
like,
dip
when
up one
come
time
up.
that I
know,
done
but
had
couldn't do
everything
that-
planned
nah,
out
but
for
I couldn't
me.
do that school thing one time
For
again.
me,
I
Holland
couldn't-
was there waiting for me like, yo.
And I have to show you, man wasn't even supposed to go Holland. Man was supposed to go States. This Holland thing was like legit last
Last
minute.
minute switch.
Yeah.
Man's changed mine in January, man leave September. Yeah. No, but anything else? Any other like project stuff or albums? Or
Yeah, the
else for
EP
other
we
people?
dropping a beat tape. Like supposed to be coming out very soon.
Yeah,
Maybe
very
like,
soon. Probably the top of the year, we're gonna make that happen. Yeah, and then after we can keep dropping things every month
Yeah,
to
so
kind of
yeah.
just feed the streets,
Yeah,
give people
exactly.
some beats that they could, rap on and continue doing their thing. Because we always asking like, yo, you got beats. So
That was like my next question, like where people could find though.
yeah, once those
they
tapes
already
start
been
coming
making
out,
beats and
They
stuff,
got
but like,
personally, or they got
Well,
somewhere they could
continue
just
are
find
they
working
on
those things
display in
too.
some place? Like,
No,
For
I mean,
now-
we got a page, we got a website too, the beat website, darkaudio.com, you know what I mean? Still
Up
under
and
construction.
running?
Up and
Oh,
running,
okay.
but it's still, ain't have much up because trying to get the mixing proper and everything proper. We can just put out anything like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, but the beat tape, the beat website, basically anyone can go on there, darkaudio.com, check it out, whatever. It still needs some work, but I mean, it's legit. They have the licensing, they have all the information, got a BPM for the songs, everything.
PayPal, come with your
Yeah,
PayPal.
PayPal, Connect, everything. But a lot of songs, a lot of beats out there already now, but it's just the songs ain't come out yet. A lot of artists, I don't know when they want to put it out or whatever. This is a lot. You gotta deal with a lot of egos too in this industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like from General Pie got beats from me. Everybody got beats from me.
And if I'm mistaken, he got something that's supposed to be dropping or drop sometime.
Yeah,
soon,
I
or-
think
Yeah.
I
it's
saw
the
him promoting
14th
this
or
one
something
track.
like
I don't know if he
that.
got a tape coming out or whatever. Like,
Yeah, I think
The
he got
Beyonce,
I
Aaliyah,
just see him,
have
something.
video
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
out. He got
something
video
like that.
a
coming
song
out.
with a bunch of
Yeah.
female
Yeah.
R&B singer names in it.
Yeah.
Like, that much I saw. Like, I remember
Yeah,
all the
I
details of
see
who they
about the
was.
same thing. So I mean, that's
I think something December the 14th he have dropping.
That
Okay,
sound
okay.
about familiar. That sound about. That's something.
Could
maybe.
be, could be.
Yeah, I think he dropping a video, but
I know that video was coming out. That much I was able to gather. Like, a video was coming out. I don't know if there was like a mixtape attached or what else. Maybe I gotta pay better attention.
But yeah, if you just want like contact us for like beats more or less, just hit us up on Instagram, yo, because like we always there and like yeah, most of the people that in music got Instagram. So like yeah, hit up j.sonus at j.sonus out, yo.
And as somebody, that has followed both of them, you could see that they regularly just post examples of what is they cooking up. So
yeah,
you
that's
know,
just a tease. It's a little tease. I could show you messages. People hit me up all the time. Every time I post a little something, they hit me up. Yo, that'd be crazy. And that's how General basically get most of my beats from me too.
seeing the previews and then me like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
basically-
yeah.
You gotta promote it.
Yeah, but I mean that's how you could kind of be who first come first get served. You understand? Because
before
you
the
seen
BT
it
been
before,
done,
yeah.
potentially,
You know, so
That rough one stuff, like you never know who messaging who already.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, but I heard the music industry operate that. Whenever people hearing songs today, that song probably was recorded like last year or something. Like,
Sure.
yeah.
not always, but I mean, like, it
But
happens a lot of
we're
times.
scouting for artists nonetheless. Somebody gave me last night. Somebody gave me not a website, but a Facebook page where a lot of
Unsigned talent.
upcoming Dutch artists is like showcasing talents or whatever. So maybe there I would probably hit it, check it out later and see.
Sound like you're trying to farm a label, man.
Not a label,
You
but
say
just
you're
trying
looking for artists.
to stand behind an artist.
We also need
Yeah.
enough work to continue. Like as producers, we need artists, so we need to have enough work so
Exactly.
we could keep busy and continue putting out a lot of things out there. Like I even to the point right now getting back into the whole artist part because like for like 4 or 5
Tired of
years.
waiting on people.
Yeah, and I got like this homie of mine he was also my neighbor, but he was living underneath me, and he really like I see the things he doing, and it's like how I used to inspire he before, just for how I used to make beats. Now that he making beats, and he actually like he's a Suriname guy, but he like speaks Dutch, everything, but he like sings in English and those type of things. Now he really taking it to the next level. Like those are the type of things is like what Dawk is about. Like a lot of the problems in the world is just for the fact that we don't have the information to do things. So for us, more or less, yeah, music is real simple. It's just more or less being creative, and those type of stuff is where you gotta decide what you want to do. Cause like beats nowadays is fairly simple, especially for like trap that anybody could do it. Like listen to Motorsport, listen to Humble. Like the production is like dope. Don't get me wrong,
but
but
it's very simple.
yeah, the concept is
yeah.
very simple.
Beats nowadays you could learn them in like a month. I give you a month. If you tomorrow pick up FL Studio, put it on your laptop, I give you a month and you making beats. dope ass beats.
Bangers, like how it
Yeah.
is now on the radio.
And not to say like, yeah,
Maybe your mixing might not
mixing
be
might
there,
not be on point,
and your
but
instrument choice might not
Well,
be
I
there.
guess that's supposed to what separate.
Yeah, but as a might not, because if we give you good sounds already, and we like, yo, this is what you hear in there, and you start to compare, and you like, yo, for real, I hear that snare in that song, I hear that kick in that song, that hi-hat,
Yeah.
and you got it, and it's like, okay, you start to make it, you maybe just EQ it a little bit different, you got your own thing right there, you put a whole different type of melody under the beat. Like, I like melodic stuff, like, although my stuff does still come out dark, I still like melodic stuff. I don't like simple, repetitive
I like
melody.
repetitive stuff.
Yeah, I think I would be a repetitive person as well.
Because I mean, look, to me, the formula is easy, you know, and I don't try to overdo it. And I already see other people inside studios, people who legit and
The way that they just make the thing.
doing, and I observe, and it ain't too much overthinking. And I try to keep it simple.
Yeah, I mean, like I seen different things, like from I think it was either Zaytoven, Metro Boomin, them dudes, the way they talking about how they just produce, like they don't spend no longer than, I think it was Zaytoven specifically was saying that he don't spend no longer than 10 minutes on a beat and thing.
Yeah.
It's
but
like
it's-
once you get that initial vibe and things, like ain't much more else to add. Like
You see, he got an advantage right there that he could play the piano. So
yeah,
I
Zaytoven
feel
about
him.
one
No,
of
I
them
mean
too.
like Southside and Metro does do it too. And I just see them like when Southside he used to have a live stream. And he just used to be like putting when he was making a beat, so like finishing off a beat, and you just hearing like, okay, within 2 minutes, 3 minutes, he done got like the full vibe of the beat, just in 4-8 bars, and then after that he just stretch it out more. So that's like more of a challenge, and that's why if you look at it, Atlanta really popping right now, because number one, to make trap beats is
the high
fairly
volume,
simple.
that trap beats coming out from them, all of them,
Yeah.
the Metros, the Zaytovens.
But also too, hip hop is a new rock and roll.
Yeah, we've
Hip hop
been
is the
knowing
biggest
that.
genre over pop, over everything. So basically,
pop, that's some crazy shit.
yeah,
hip hop is
they
pop
had
now.
they had
Yep, pop
Popular
is
music, hip hop is done now.
yeah, you see.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, hip hop was it have a lot of different styles of hip hop. You could
So are you not following these little pumps and little Uzi?
no, not necessarily.
I ain't following them, but if they holler for beats, yeah. I mean, I don't make the beats. What, like, for me, look, I don't
That
like to
was,
listen to trap music, but I like the beats. I just like the 808. Like, that's the only instrument where you could really say, like, yo, you feel that? You can't say, yo, you feel that piano? Yeah, I feel how it make you feel. But you can't literally say, like, yo, I feel that. Although it do hit you, ain't something you could literally say, yo, I physically feel. The 808, the kick, and those type of things that hit you one
Feel
time.
in chest.
You know, all over, shake up everything. So I like that. It's like
I mean,
power,
I don't
basically.
listen to a lot of the young, like I
The Gucci
realized, not realized. I
Gucci
recently
gangs of the
get
world.
my Spotify verslag, so like the whole year we listen to, and they say my favorite song is Lil Uzi song.
I don't think what yourself, you don't even know.
But I mean, like I like to, like you can actually, I
friends
can
are
come to
dead.
Shelly and say like, I could remember I tell Shelly about a song that went, like, I predict that. Like I watched this, I can't remember what song it was,
Bad
can't remember
Bougie.
which artist it was, but I think like I hear a song and I was like, yo, that song will be number one. You know what I'm saying? And basically that's what happened. Like maybe a month after, or whatever.
Wasn't
Because
Bad
I didn't-
Bougie?
And I think, yeah, it could have been that.
Cause when that song was bubbling, like it's because that song is where I make my switch. When my like tolerance just went like
Nah,
gone.
I think it was a Uzi song. I think it was All My Friends Are Dead. Push Me to the Edge.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
one
Sounds
too.
so
Yeah,
fucking ridiculous.
yeah,
I agree.
Like I was listening.
Yo,
Yeah, I think it was that
we got
song.
a partner, man. We don't roll with this. Every time this song come out, the man lose it.
Yeah, that.
It don't.
You know what me tell you what it is about the song? Is
I question humanity sometimes, but
I don't even know why I like it, but it's just a fucking.
You see, but you
crazy
see
So
what
you
I
mean
mean?
it's the singing part? That's what you
not
don't be
necessarily that.
Nah,
To
but
me, it
what
was
you
more
don't-
to me the instrument, the
that too.
808.
That's what we zo. Because
Not
then you
808,
wouldn't
but
have
the
liked.
instrumental
You see
was
what
a
it turns into?
masterpiece.
Man say he don't even know why he
No.
like the song. Like, you see
Look
what
at it,
coming
right?
though?
Look, with music, you always gotta think this, that. It's the same thing what he said earlier, where he gonna just look for one line in the song, and if he like it, then after he
Okay,
fuck with the rest of the song.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The main thing what he'd be saying is the hook that I don't really care if you cry. that's all I was hearing. I putting on my headphones, cranking up my volume, like, no, I don't want to hear this. But because of my tolerance for these things, just like, you know what, bring it on. Just come.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, no. That was like me and Gilda's situation. When my was living together, my used to be running with Gilda. So there's my running everything from Tory Lanes to Migos, everything. And I like, bye, what the hell is this? What is my here playing today? I hear waking up to these kind of things. And after a while, it's like, alright, cool. You know, ain't that bad.
Yeah,
bad. You know,
but I mean, you hear something over and over. Eventually, you're gonna find out one thing to just justify the rest of the song. Is it?
It's that.
So,
Gucci gang.
No.
I mean, I like the beat from that and how he does swing the chorus.
No.
Yeah, well, listen to that shit earlier yesterday.
What he does in the hook after the Gucci gangs? Spend 10 racks on
some chains.
My chick love do cocaine.
But it's just, you see, like how he's switching, like you going pop, and then he just like turn up. You know, like that's is the cadences.
I cannot be supporting this guy.
I ain't supporting it.
How you mean? You listen to it all day and you then just
but I want to tell you,
the remix out, dog. So I mean, it's a conversation to talk about. Joyner Lucas make a remix where we could talk about Lil Pump and everything like that. Flames.
But to me, the beat.
But you gotta hear that, dog.
Yo, even listen to the beat. Fire,
I like a Zaytoven special right there, yo.
No, yo, honestly, I can't get past the lyrics. To listen to the beat, I can't get past the lyrics.
You hear the man say everybody say fuck WestJet, dog. I don't even know where WestJet situated at.
Not Canadian Airlines, man.
See?
Not Canadian Airlines.
I don't understand. No, man. No, I like Lil Uzi. I can't. No, man.
Kodak Black guy tune the hot though.
Like
you know,
what
from one of the new generation people, rest in peace or roll in peace or something like that.
Oh, that the thing with the chain.
I never see the video. I heard.
No, what he does say? What he does say? What the line is?
Rolling beats.
No, before
the
that.
chorus
No,
dope.
before
Like I never
the
listened
two
too deep
lines
to the
before
lyrics,
that.
but the chorus dope. Like
Oh, you don't
believe
believe in Jesus. Well, you got Jesus, please.
Yeah.
That only part I like from the song.
the chorus dope, dog. The flow and thing that the man hit
I'm
with it.
really curious.
You gotta hear the track, man. You gotta hear the track.
Yeah.
2018. I really curious.
I want to see if somebody
you
can
gotta
add some.
understand, right?
I went
We're
together.
listening to all of this, but still we could appreciate, not even appreciate, but we could worship a Kendrick and a J. Cole and
The lyrics.
I mean, okay. I mean, not saying that you can't do both. Not saying you can't listen to your garbage and then you listen to
I mean, you been running man's not hot all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is man saying? Man's not hot.
No.
The
First of all, this man was known to be a comedian.
I'm just saying.
That is known to be a skit. All of these fellas here, dead serious, okay? Gucci Gang, this man went to the studio, legit taking this is how I going to fucking rap this thing. Gucci, nah, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I just can't do it. Me personally, I just got this whole new wave thing. I can't do it.
He remind me of Riff Raff.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you're familiar with Riff Raff, but
I
but you see the
couldn't do
stories
that.
now. After a few years, you don't hear from them.
But
What happened to Rich Homie Quan?
he's still somewhere doing something, chilling with Birdman, probably not getting paid.
That's probably why you hear
But I mean, just a lot of these rappers, like, you
probably
just hear
still
them
waiting
for a
on you.
little while, and then after, well,
Yeah, but I mean,
probably
Uzi and
waiting
them
on
have been
Birdman
out
to
for
pay
more
him.
than a couple of years now, at least. Only now they're just getting big. But I mean, them man in the cities and their respective areas, them man been rocking.
Probably been
but I'm
bubbling.
sure
up.
Gucci Gang, okay, can be popping now. What the guy name? What the
Pump.
artist name?
Lil Pump.
Lil Pump. I'm sure next year he ain't gonna really be relevant.
Yeah, but you see, but I say the same time.
We gotta blame Complex.
No,
No,
but
I mean
we-
Double XL.
We in an era, the man music don't have to be good, Jad. The man will just dye their hair some kind of neon pink and then gonna be something else. They gonna be the music again and then the music gonna rejuvenate the music.
Blame Atlantic
rejuvenate, my
Records.
bad.
Signing people like the Lil Pumps and the Cashmere Outside
but I
Girl
mean-
and shit like that. I mean,
Why
why
you-
you putting
that-
money in these people's hands?
No, first-
Why you encouraging them to make
First
more
of all,
music?
anything ever come out from her?
I don't
'Cause she
know.
was
I
so
wasn't-
dropped two
See, I
songs.
dropped a
and
song, I
then
never
like,
listened to it. I never
the
listened to it.
beat
man,
was
Shelly, man.
crazy.
Come
Look,
on.
right? The beat was crazy. Look, I ain't to look.
I did
Look,
hear
if
the
I listen
song.
to some like 4 times, 5 times, that's not support. We gotta stop that. Although they getting paid off of my plays,
streams.
like I really gotta see like, yo, because watch, as a producer, so I can always take things to that little extra extreme to see, yo, why it is certain people going to listen to this type of music. Because I don't want like end up the old guy and then being like, yo, searching for only old artists. Like, yo, if you got money, you 19, you got like a couple mil you want to spend, hit up your boy. You understand? I don't mind because I reached that point. Like after the Drake and Meek Mill thing happened, I was like boop boop. And then this year, this man like really living with and he just playing everything and pushing it in my face. I just like yo, I give up. Bring it up. Like mine, the Migos video clip, Bad and Bougie drop. I was like, look at this trash. After a month passed, I seen everybody talking about it, and I'm like, let me really listen to this. And I seen what people liking about it.
It took me a while to be on the Bad and Bougie.
I feel like that's Cardi B.
Look at this, right? My cousin hit me up on one night.
Most people on
yo,
about
she got
Cardi
3
B.
tracks. That's it.
She
gonna flop.
Yo, okay, it's okay. Now that we on Cardi B and that performance, you was there.
How was it?
What you find about our performance?
Okay, from what
I'll do it at the part.
Yeah, take over the interview. Go ahead, do your thing.
From what I remember, I didn't expect nothing else than what I get from Cardi B.
As you know about that yellow.
Yeah, I get more than what I expected. I expected her to come say one song and then dip. I mean, she shake her ass a little bit. I didn't expect no spectacular something. So I find it was cool.
I feel like 20 or 22 minutes where she was on stage for was like 5 for me. That's how I feel.
She performed like 3 songs. I
wasn't there, but I saw some
clips.
performed one of her old songs. She do
motorsport. She do motorsport.
Yeah,
she do Bodak Yellow. She do Lick. I think it was Forever.
Lick. And then 2 other songs. Bodak Yellow was the 3rd song.
She knew Forever.
Bodak Yellow was the last song.
No, that was the third look.
Okay, I was a little.
She played Lick. Bodak Yellow. She played her verse from the song with A$AP Rocky.
Should I try with A$AP?
Yeah, man, and G-Eazy. If I hit her one time, I'm a
true.
That one. She just play her verse, and the way how they mix it into that was so slurred. Everything was just like, yo, I can just come here, I can do this. Even how she introduced Bodak Yellow, she like, you know what, I can just make her you happy right now. And the beat come on. I
vaguely remember that as well.
What was this motorsport? And then she just dipped.
I mean, I didn't really go to that festival for Cardi B. You know, I was
me neither, but I made
one time. Shout my boy, he old.
I ain't gonna lie. I went there for Cardi B. I mean, it was cool. Plus that.
So about the panels, 7 alias and then you know.
Yo, no, a funny thing about that.
Disappointing.
This man come on stage and I didn't even know now.
Wow.
Like I thought the DJ was still playing and the commentator was still.
I thought he was the MC.
Yeah, the MC was what he named though.
I hope many panels don't listen to this.
Oh Lord, my bad.
But me to say then they gotta know they gotta.
No, but I mean 7 alias.
I mean,
he was on stage.
I hope none of 7 alias panels listen to this podcast saying like, yo, you didn't even know the man was on stage.
Nah,
I mean,
like
it's
the
not,
sound system or everything,
It's not our fault he get bad. Either he gave a bad representation or he had bad representation.
And I was all the way in the back too, so.
No, I mean, just give a bad performance.
I was in front, okay, and I didn't know this man was on stage.
Wow.
I can't vouch for that one.
He just gave a bad performance. I mean, like.
How about the other Flex, Ronnie Flex?
We reached late for that.
But
I went. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was in and out for Ronnie Flex, so it seemed
he wasn't captivating then.
It seemed like he performed well.
I hear that from multiple people too.
But I never hear anybody say that Ronnie Flex gave a bad performance, and this man got tunes.
Yeah, he did give good performance.
So I actually. From what I understand, a lot of people went to see Ronnie Flex rather than Cardi B. But again, I was one of those people that went for that one song. She did the one song and she went on stage. It was cool.
I went to
I can't believe it was €40 or whatever to see her one song.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, there was Ronnie. I never see Ronnie Flex performing. Recently, I just get.
But you can just say you was in and out and things, so you didn't even sound like you watched the man perform properly.
Yeah, but you see, it wasn't really by choice. So when I mean in and out, it was just like a conscience something. So I don't, you know. True that. So it's like it was cool. Okay, yeah, it was her, but then at the same time there was other people, and like I recently get into this whole Dutch rap type something.
Exactly.
So it was cool for me to actually see the people I've been listening to. So that was cool. That's what he looked like, or that's what she looked like. You don't put names and faces and kind of come. So to me it was worth it. I know, but all the other Dutch people who've been seeing these people their whole life. So I know, but for me
I
it was
went
cool.
to the ADE conference a time back.
Amsterdam dance event for those who may not know.
Yeah, and they had the Beats NL. That's when a lot of the producers, the Dutch producers and the Dutch artists were given
like a panel or something.
Yeah, a panel. They had basically a panel, but they also had J Hus, producer J5. You know, I had to go to a lot of these things just to get a little insight on what's going on and how people just react. And basically, what he said is a lot of these artists is just YouTube artists. They could get numbers, they could get plays, but when it's time to perform, the performance and the expectation of how the songs is exactly.
Performance is a legit art now.
Yeah, exactly.
When you listen to Dutch, a lot of people who popping in the Dutch scene from the SBMG's and the Broeder Liefde is like everybody just on auto-tune vibes and things
exactly.
That. So can you really... That's like a lot of what in the Dutch hip-hop scene is a lot of the, I don't know, Afrobeat-ish type of vibes and thing, and people just auto-tune over it and like...
But I mean, if you look at, if not just in the Dutch scene, but like in
current hip hop landscape in general.
Yeah,
I mean,
this Caribbean Afrobeat vibe. This is the in thing now. This is like, and I believe this is gonna be the way for the next at least 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing. I mean, it can always change, but I don't really see anything else coming up that would overtake it like that.
Like that Justin Bieber sorry type of sound and thing like that.
Yeah,
I was listening like a while back. I listened to Marsha Montano's Fast Wine. That is a pop song, I find. Listen to it. Dun, dun.
I can't remember what like, track sound like off top right now.
Yeah, but I
would have need to like when you don't play it, I can see.
But I mean to say like I find that there is like a number one pop song type of melody and everything. It's just like he talking in his accent. But if like I find out that was a hit basically, and that's just my opinion. But if I break down the chords and the instrumentals, and if you listen to a lot of Major Lazer and a lot of what are number ones, that Billion song from Major Lazer before,
the Billions, huh?
like they had lots of billion plays on YouTube.
Walk up to this or something.
With Justin Bieber?
No, not with Justin. With a
girl.
They're in India.
With a girl.
Lean on.
Yeah.
Lean on, the name. Lean on.
It's Lean on.
Well, you see, like I get the same vibe from that and the Marsha Montana song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now that you say it, hearing it,
True that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I guess that was just like the soca version of it then.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I feel like nowadays, like it really don't even matter. That's what we're trying to find artists for kind of breaking the barriers, but a lot of these songs is just
more the same
formula.
Kind of off topic question. I was just wondering, like, who is your favorite producers, or who would you say is some of the producers that influence you? Maybe not directly a sound, but just people that you look up to, like, I respect your grind, the hustle, the type of moves you to make, the beats you just make, whatever.
That's a very good question because I got multiple. You know
it's like,
I don't know about Shelly, but I got multiple.
I just look at every all the trap producers. Like shout out to 808 Mafia, yo. Like I said, Southside and TM88. Like I went back and listened to what he named Wooda Kid. So that's when that Waka Flocka brother. He blood brother.
Yeah, I heard him say it on. He got a song named Blood Brothers and things.
So and I find out of the whole Brick Squad, like Wooda Kid is the most lyrical. But the thing is, I went back and he had a mixtape called Strapaholics. And the beats on top of that, like, when I hear them now, I'm like, yo, the beats nowadays get even more simpler than what it was back then. And I'm looking at, but these guys been doing this from then. And this is like when I first come up here. Because before I came up here to live, I was straight on like R&B type vibe.
I mean, Flocka been like the sound of trap today, like Flocka beats been from got hard in the
like
paint
that,
from before that. Like,
but look at that
from
those things like, slow, yo. Like those things slow. Like look at like
then we get into
2012 and all of those things from there after. Like everything's the BPM start to speed up of everything. Cause Waka Flocka, like to do all of those bows, you gotta have like something slow. You understand? You man, you pow. That's so crazy. You understand?
But to me,
but now things change.
To me, my favorite producer is Diblo.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't got favorite.
I know he's an EDM. I know he's an EDM.
But Diplo could do anything, yo.
Beyonce, fuck.
I know Rihanna.
But he produced a lot of. He produced like not just on a more broader scale. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I could say I would follow up on Southside, I would Metro Boomin or whatever.
It's
But I mean,
everybody.
as a complete package.
What about the
right?
Kanye or Ryan Leslie?
Oh yeah,
Kanye,
Kanye.
No
No,
IDs,
Kanye. No.
the Just
Listen.
Blazes, the
You see,
Yeah, but
the
no.
sample base, the boom bap guys.
Yeah.
Kanye to me is top of the list. I'll tell you that. But I mean, who I like to follow right now and let's watch his steps and then be like, yo, this is what he do, that way he do is Diplo.
Okay.
You understand?
True.
But Kanye,
Even though Rihanna was throwing shit at him, saying he make the reggae that he makes sound like cheap elevator music or
but he
something
got
like that.
basically all the music. He working with his two other producers, Jillina and well, I forget his name, Wachifaya. There's two Caribbean guys. That's why his sounds so Caribbean, because he don't be in the studio by himself. He basically got Wachifaya and Jillina all the time with him. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Major Lazer is a trio, and they always working on. They bring in the Caribbean sound, so it sounds Caribbean because it is Caribbean. It's two Caribbean guys in the
I
background.
ain't saying he ain't Caribbean. Cause like you just put me up on something. 'Cause I didn't know that was like how Diplo was going about his
like,
work and
he
thing. I didn't know who it is he
really-
working with.
He
But I just
really
remember
multi-
that Rihanna's statement had made some news and things. Like apparently he had feel offended or whatever. Then later she had apologized or whatever.
Oh,
Cause, like, I think so. I ain't sure. Maybe.
But
I
you
could
know
be
who's also a
fabricating
good
that.
ass producer and like to go on some real hip hop? J Dilla. I don't know if you listen to J Dilla. Madlib.
Yeah.
What's the guy named too?
MF Doom.
MF Doom. Yeah, MF
Doom.
Doom. himself. Yeah, dog.
True.
I ain't
Big
that
Crit.
far. I ain't that far.
What about Crit? Yeah, any listen
Big
to Big Crit?
I-
He to do a lot of his own production.
I sometimes on he
Kinda
because
he-
like I like he beats, but something about the I ain't into that Texas thing what he does do. Like I could vibe it from Bun B, but I can't vibe it from he. And I don't know why. It's the same thing with Wale. Like I don't know why I cannot listen
Yeah,
really
I
to
can't
Wale.
do Wale either.
Like he got bars and
Wale
everything.
dope, though.
He dope, but I don't know why I doesn't get to be like, yo, let me.
I never really dug deep into Wale
It's the
neither.
same thing with J. Cole. J. Cole is dope, but I just...
Yeah.
I would rather
I
listen to Cole than Wale.
Yeah, but I listen to Cole more to see the message what he conveying. So when the conversation happen, then it's like, okay, yeah, I know what this about.
Yo, sound wave too from
TDE.
to TDE. Yo.
TDE, producer.
Just down my head and all the producers have to dig deep. You know,
Timbo.
Cardo got wings.
Carter got wangs.
Yeah, like it's a lot. Like basically anybody who basically dropping dope
Cole
music.
himself, another producer.
Bro,
Yeah.
I look up as soon as I hear a song. I look up the producer instantly. This is automatic for me. You see how people used to buy albums and used to read the credits? My first thing I do when I hear a song or album, I look up producers.
Maybe we should make an app for that.
Probably.
Like how Shazam got that.
Yeah, the producer app.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, yo, delete this.
But
That wouldn't be a bad something, stuff, actually.
sound like an interesting idea, yeah. But for some reason, I just feel like somebody, like
Have
it probably
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
have. He have.
it should
What you call
probably
it?
exist.
Tinder
Yeah,
for
right.
producers already.
Yeah,
Tinder?
no, not,
What?
not-
Wait,
They
what?
have a Tinder for
producer?
artists, not more
Well,
producers.
artists.
But I mean, also producer, like for
people in the
music.
creative
There's a
music
Tinder.
industry type song.
Yeah, they
Oh,
call
I thought
I
you-
on it too. So
Man, like
Wake
just
up.
throwing that out there. I thought you had me like
It's
legit
Vamper.
Tinders
Vamper, yeah.
for only
Interested.
producers.
Nah, it's
Nah, it's
just
the
basically
concept
like-
of Tinder, but
Yeah,
then
for
Yo, but
producers.
producers.
that sounds like something that designed for people who just trying to take advantage of people. Vampire, it sound like a bunch of vampires in this.
I don't know the
Like,
name.
okay,
Choice, I
a
can't
come up?
get around it.
That sound
at
like a
all.
bunch of people looking for come up stars. That's what I saw like to
No,
me.
but
How
they have
can I
legit-
suck you dry dog? Like
Wow,
blood, like
you went far into that
me.
one.
Vampires dog. Vampire, now what I
You take
think
it
that.
one deeper.
Now what I think it, now I see it that.
But no, it's legit music platform where you could connect with artists from around the world. I recommend it if you really,
But
trying
is
to
it
meet
more
some-
like a dating thing or just to connect artists?
No, it's to
It's more
connect.
like,
That
yo,
was
We
the
can't-
concept
how
of
you
Tinder.
describe is like
That's
Tinder
what it is.
music. So I'm just thinking, well, it's just a bunch of artists.
Nah,
and that's
it's
what
the
we did.
You see, that's why I was laughing before. That's why I
No,
took
no,
that
no,
as
no.
well.
Okay, then, okay,
But then
then.
I was like, yeah, should I explain it? It was
So
it's
it's
the
just social
concept-
media, just networking.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a
exactly.
concept of Tinder. It's like you swipe, but you like the artist or not.
True.
I think done or
Nah, man. We have been recording for 59 minutes though, and we basically cover like the main topic. We're just talking about Dawk and music.
But I mean,
This is a very
I still
musical
didn't really touch
podcast.
the history about
You made us only get a whole origin
But
story
yeah,
you want to tell. So, you
Yeah,
know,
for real.
share it.
Look,
We already here. We already here. So, you know what I mean?
Pause.
Share it to
so-
the people. Share it to the people.
Before, let me talk about me then. Let me say.
What's about that?
Well, I used to rap. I don't know if I remember, but I used to rap in New Era.
HKB.
This is- Nah.
Nah, you
Before
was
that.
HKB was Chad, Cheetos, and them. I was more on
Okay. then,
Down
okay,
Street side, talking about people like Flashlight, Tricks.
Fenton. Well, Fenton.
Fenta used to rap.
I ain't know.
I don't-
That sound a little.
No,
I
Fenton
ain't-
used to
I
rap.
ain't-
Fenton used to do that. That's me talking shit.
Yeah, I
He
used
used
to
to
rap.
roll with them.
Who else used to rap? Brat.
Crucial.
Kerry, Wowo, they
All the
used
tongue man, them.
Lazy from Simpson Bay. They used to have a group named New Era. You understand? We had actually performed for
Talent
Teen
show?
Times or
Okay.
whatever. Oh no, talent show was for
Why not
Carnival time.
Okay.
The teen carnival thing. Yeah, I can't remember the name. But this is when I really start to make music.
Oh,
That's
youth
when the name.
extravaganza.
Yeah, that's when Guas had actually come to mind because I was the only Spanish person, I was the only Spanish guy, and I used to rap, and then it used to be that time. The tune from Tego Kale down to the Guasa Guasta. Guasa, that was hot, you know. So then one guy just shout out Shervin one time. He decided to call me Guas. And then from there, it just went off. That's
Class was born.
Yeah, this was about.
That's basically how my music.
The career started.
Yeah, that was the music career started. I used to have. We had songs, couple songs, but then this is when I reached up Holland. Is when I decided to start make beats instead.
That seemed like a lot of transition for a lot of the artists and stuff like that.
But
They come up here.
So
It
you never
happened
feel
like that for
picking back
most
up the mic?
people, though.
You never feel like picking back up the mic, though?
I trying to get him to.
Nah, but
I tell him, yo, like if I write lyrics for you, you can rap it.
Okay, then.
I tried.
Ice Cube and
Wait,
Easy.
don't worry, don't worry.
I
Don't
tried.
worry.
Well,
Don't
not
worry.
even at China, but I thought about it. A couple
Nah,
times,
don't worry,
but
don't worry. Alles komt goed.
Yeah.
Everything in
And
come.
it's
So
not
the
like I
J.sonus
don't,
on the track
it's just I
coming
don't
soon.
like how I sound on the mic.
Don't worry about that.
I feel you, boy.
When you
I
notice
still-
that
I
you could
still
spit a
accustomed to
couple
hearing my
verse.
own voice.
Yeah. Because we had a couple. I used to rap too with Ice. He recently sent me shout out Ice one time too. He recently sent me 2 songs we made in high school back in the days. Like, I was like, yo, take that, delete that, never show that to anyone.
Bye.
Never leave anyone hear that.
We just start from the volcano. That.
Yeah. So like, yeah, dog, like I used to rap before. It's just I never used to like how I sound. Like,
So you decided to drop that, go full on the producer
yeah,
tip.
dog. And then I feel more comfortable making beats too. You
Go
understand?
behind the scenes side for me.
Yeah, because like that too, you without a producer, you have nothing.
Yeah,
You
Gotta
can't
make
any
the
artist,
music. That's where it starts. It starts with the music.
Yeah.
to have the rest. Yeah, but like for me music had started just like a joke, a little hobby type of thing. Like my cousin Shannon, he used to just be rapping with like Chad and all of them and them. And then like one day we just was like, yo, let me make a song. And I had virtual DJ back then. I figured out how to record with virtual DJ, but it was a real pain. So but every time we mess up, we had to start all over. And we didn't even know about the other programs, Mixcraft, Adobe Audition, all of those
Multi-track
things.
things.
Yeah, so we recorded 2 songs like that. And the second song had 4 people on top of it. So you could imagine how much
This
times
one
we had to
take.
start all over from the beginning, yo. To the point at the end, we was like so happy we just keep repeating the chorus. And then we like, yo, come, next person, say the same thing. That just happened on the flight. But after I hit up some homies of mine there, and they was like, yeah, we use Mixcraft. So I use Mixcraft, and then I figure out like, oh, this makes sense. You got a beat there. You could record on different tracks and place everything how you want. And then from there, get some other programs. Like almost everybody went through Adobe Audition for recording. So
Cool Edit Pro.
yeah, Cool Edit.
whichever
Yeah, Cool.
version.
Yeah,
Whichever version. Kinda
Yeah,
Cool
Cool
Edit.
Edit Pro. Yeah,
Cool Edit
that's
is
what
what I
it
was
was.
on.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Audition
Like,
came
and
a
then I
little
moved
later.
on to that. Yeah, but then after that, like when I came up here, is when things started to get a little more serious. I'd meet a homie of mine from well, he's like one of my like best friends right now. Like this man from LA, basically, and me and him was in the same class. So. he could speak Dutch, I could speak Dutch too, but both of us, when we just came up here, like just speaking it broken Dutch basically. So we were speaking English with each other. And when I was here, he was rapping. He's still rapping up to this day. But when he was rapping, I'm like, yo, like if people hear you in St. Martin, they're going to think like you some big star, yo. So we start rapping together. Like he used to freestyle too, and he tell me like, yo, start freestyling. And I'm like, yo, I can't freestyle. He like, yo, ain't nothing about it. And he never watched nowhere when I used to mess up. So I continue doing those things, and me and he start like making songs together. But we used to jack the beats from the internet. Nah. And I used to get tired of that because I'm the type of guy, like, I just write my lyrics first, and then after I'll go, like, try to find a beat, or, like, now I make a beat around it because I know more or less how I want it to sound. But back then, that'd be hard if I write lyrics and then I gotta go on top of the internet and go through thousands of beats just to find out one beat that I could put these lyrics to. So that was my breaking point, and I was like, nah, I gotta start making beats from here on out. And I started making beats in what he does use now, Fruity Loops, but the way how it's set up and everything, like, I feel it was limiting me, especially coming from, like, Adobe Audition and Samplitude and all of those things where everything tracked out one time. Whatever you have on that track is automatically there. You don't gotta assign nothing after that. Like, that was a little annoying part for me that I didn't understand how to move around that. So my neighbor at the time, he was using Logic, and I went by him, and everything just had make sense to me on how to make beats. So tell my mother, like, yo, I ain't coming to St. Martin this Christmas, but that money I want to buy a MacBook with, and she like, cool, and help you out. And yeah.
Oh, wait, Paul had a MacBook before you.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
I see would have been on FS.
Nah, I would eventually step over when I see Logic. But
because we on two different DAWs. This is an amazing thing. Not amazing, but it's a kind of cool thing about us, because he's using his program and I'm using my program.
And then it's still a collaboration between the two.
Yeah, but I still hate his program. Trust me, I hate his program.
And mine are way simpler than his, but he just don't want to come cry. He won't even learn how to use a Mac.
I don't even want to look at it.
I understand. I got the same anti-Macness, the same anti-Apple.
Y'all can't be like that, yo. Apple is so, like, to show you how dope Apple is.
I would buy Apple to put Windows on it.
Dog, stop, dog. Stop. OS is booming, dog.
Windows. I a Mac man too.
Yeah, Windows is just so.
I work with it also.
Yo, once you get one in your hand, you
like
start to be like,
I had to work on it on a job while working, and it's easy to use. It's very user friendly, but I just don't want to use it to make my music.
Look. He's saying that right, but look, there's a specific reason why he's saying that too. Now things changing a little bit, but he couldn't get his FL on top of Windows. That's why. I mean, I can't get my Logic on top of Mac. I can't get my Logic on top of Windows. I got FL on top of my Mac right now, though. So there ain't no excuse for what he did say.
Yeah, but I still don't.
Yeah, you see,
it's just a Windows thing. It's just a Windows.
I feel the man with that, because it's just, if you just don't want thing, you don't mess with it. You don't mess with it.
It's more also too like, yo,
I protest against Apple. That's
that's like me protesting against Xbox. Like
yeah, well, to me, it's just
being a Sony fan. I could never support anything.
I just don't
Xbox people as ever do.
I just don't agree with the business model of Apple.
Okay,
just because this keyboard is from Apple, mean it costs €75.
But
you can't do
but
nothing.
You don't have to buy that from them.
I understand that.
Not the strategy from all major brands.
Look. I'm gonna show you something.
There's at least usually some kind of reasoning as to why this shit is so ridiculously overpriced. Apple is like, no, because we are Apple, you will pay €100.
But that's why I'm saying.
And we got a bunch of people who gonna keep loyally paying €100 for the same keyboard that if I get a Windows one is maybe like €20 or some shit, does exactly the same thing that an Apple one does.
Well,
but for some reason people keep buying. Listen. It's not just specifically about the keyboard. Why we get rid of headphone jacks? Because you want to buy some shit that you gotta use to plug in.
But
look, all the things that they using to try to get unnecessary money out of people.
I feel you on top of that, but in a way you could look at it from that one, you could look at it from the other way too. Because if somebody don't do it, we never gonna get a change. Something has to happen in the
Android phone that has a fucking headphone jack.
But look, for instance, the S8 out. The fingerprint scan on the back. I do not like that. So I can stick with my S7. If you do it with the S9, I'm not buying it too, because it's so inconvenient for me. No, I read about the iPhone X and I'm like, yo, okay, that whole thing with the face scan. But then I like it that I could unlock my phone from like this and I could do that. Like how I gonna scan my face from like, you know, like put it in a position where I don't want nobody see my phone and then unlock it. Like, you know, you can't do that. You check. So those are the type of things. But the thing with Apple though, like, is for the fact that what you say is because of the loyal people is the same thing with Jordan shoes.
I know
like,
that allows them to do it and get rid of the ridiculous nonsense, but that just means I will not be that person that going to help them and give them more reason, more justification to be like,
okay,
yes, let's keep our prices.
Okay, look, and show you something. And show you something. Watch. I with you when it comes to the phones. With the laptops, I could look at it a little different because
whatever accessories.
No, look, why I saying that far is because watch, right? It overpricing, but watch. You paying for something where basically you getting the experience of you know that, yo, I buying this now, in 5, 10, 15 years from now, I possibly still getting support for this. And this is the thing with me and Android phones and me and Apple phones and me and Windows computers and me and Macs. Like, I rather have my computer where it's used most of the time for years and years, be supported by a company where does make the software, they does make the hardware, they got everything inside. Windows, HP gonna leave you alone after a couple years, and I don't like those things where those companies do. Samsung, same thing with Android phones. Now I prefer Android over iPhone because the things we could do on an iPhone limited when it comes to like me setting my own privileges and all of those type of things. I like the freedom. I like the fact that I could use my my Android phone as a USB stick, you know. Like Apple phone still you can't do that. I like the fact that I could change my ringtone easily, you know. So
but I mean,
you make some valid points there, man.
I mean,
but for some people, those things doesn't matter, you know.
Look, everybody could say Apple or whatever, but I mean to say, like, for music, when it comes to the DAW, I just don't like Logic, and I just can't touch nothing else but FL Studio.
But where you being so fam? Like we gotta get the whole thing moving because when you ain't got the laptop, what we gonna do?
I mean, by force I would have to,
but you're gonna be struggling then, you understand? And we want to have no struggle producers.
You gotta unify.
Exactly.
Like we stand.
Point.
Like, look, I learned FL after the years I stopped using it. To the point we had so much discussions, we'd be saying like, yo, Logic taking a L, then I find another way to do it. Then I find something he can't do.
Despite me saying this all now, I still a touch Logic now.
Yeah, but you gotta use it, like, you gotta get it, fam. Anyway,
I gotta get it on my PC.
Do you know that ain't gonna happen, fam? Unless you buy a Mac, you know that's not gonna happen, and you do not want to buy a Mac.
Never see what happens.
I was just gonna say, if we leave these two here, they can continue talking about it.
Yeah, but anyway,
the Mac.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody does get inside of that, but to get a best at everybody, you know.
But it's one of those conversations that you can never, they're gonna never be a
right.
You're gonna never be a clear.
It's just like I joined a Lucas video there, where he basically said at the end of the day, he know the outcome.
I still didn't watch that video.
I watched his interview yesterday, and then I watched the whole video.
On 97?
Yeah.
I still have yet to check that out and the song, the actual song. I see it on my timeline a million times, like everybody sharing that.
Hey, that's something
I just did not.
Like the song, like I was also one of those, but the song actually from like it basically, and a lot of these things too, what I gotta put and say, like, yo, there's America problems now, like those things doesn't necessarily reflect us as a like. Look, wait, what I'm saying, the things what they does talk about that they experience that deep, that they always be this and that, we ain't get affected the same way, dog. You understand? We don't like. I did not. Me growing up, I didn't really face racism. I did not. I
grew
cannot
up in
say.
a majority black country,
but that's what I'm saying. So we cannot say that we experience those things like that. Like we could relate to a certain degree, but we cannot say like
there are certain things that we have in common, certain things that be different. I feel like the same way how colorism exists in the Caribbean, colorism exists in the States as well. It may not have always been white versus black racism in that way, but I mean with Ansi Martin there's a lot more like light skin, dark skin type of nonsense.
It's like classism type of shit what are going on too, and I feel
that
that
have a lot of classism.
Exactly.
Maybe not racism as much, But classism,
Nah, man,
most
racism
definitely.
too.
There's definitely
Racism
colorism.
I mean, I don't really see the
Colorism to me
I
is
don't
one
really
thing.
see the racism. Whenever I see racism, the Spanish, the Haitian, the Dominican, that's
But
where I see the racism.
But that's what I mean with that, because I mean,
Yeah.
really and truly, especially in the Samaritan culture growing up, nobody wanted to be called a Haitian.
Xenophobia and
Yeah.
thing. The people that just
And I
we
love
hate the other, we
Haitians.
hate the others.
Yo, Haitian got
You
some
ever eat Haitian food?
Yo, you ever eat Haitian women?
Yeah, they're beautiful too. That. Yeah.
But yeah, but it's things. So especially me, I grew up in a white community, I guess you could say, or like white schooling. So
You went CIA.
and LU.
Both of the privateness. Both of the
Yeah, you
private.
see, you part of the
Elite
3%. The 3%.
So this is Illuminati now?
Yeah,
You shouting out Illuminati like the whole interview you shouting out Illuminati
Nah,
and
man.
thing.
But no, I mean, like I know a lot of like Lazy used to go LU too and CIA.
Yo,
You know, but this guy hood as fuck.
but I was just gonna show you. Let me show you. They had some real like
Goons.
local people in them schools. Poor parents like break their backs and things to send children to them schools, and
Yeah.
they used to make one man to make a difference in the
Yeah,
school.
exactly.
Let me tell you that. Okay, especially when like our era graduate by, that was it.
Different vibe in the
But
school.
yeah, but complete change. But that
Yours
was just
now was
about
on-
it.
that's what we
Yeah,
got.
it was just completely different.
Yeah, so like basically what I was saying with the whole Joyner Lucas video.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Look, the way how I interpret it was like what he explained as well was like, yo, the end result is not realistic. It's just his idea of how it could be resolved, because basically you have the white guy saying a bunch of things like, yo, you're lazy, or y'all always complaining about this and that, y'all the ones killing each other and y'all ain't want to work hard for the job. But then the black panel come and, say a bunch of other stuff basically countering that. So at the end of they both saying those things, they kind of reach to the point where it's like, bye, we both messed up. So let me just come to a resolution. That's what the whole thing about. So it's just basically to spark the conversation. No, I see what he named. I'm not a racist from Joyner Lucas.
I think I see it.
Yeah, you probably see it pass across with a white man with a.
Yeah, I didn't
golden
click
beard.
it though.
Yeah. Well, I finally went into the side of it, but he was just basically explaining all of those things, and yeah, it makes sense because realistically, the way how we want to see this resolved, like, might not happen ever. Maybe not. For sure, not in our lifetime. I feel. So
No, I totally agree with you. That this whole racism, classism thing, that it just ain't go nowhere, nothing. So, but that's definitely something interesting we could get into for next week. The whole Joyner Lucas thing.
because they also
I
had
didn't
what he
watch it. I
named.
didn't watch it yet either, but I hear a lot of people from like celebrities
Yeah.
and things talking about it. And
They got what he named my son. Like that's
He made
a
a response to it or something.
yeah,
Like that. Yeah, I remember
because he
seeing
was
that,
like,
yeah.
yo, it didn't went too far enough from the black people, or like he was saying the black person wasn't getting represented enough. And the things what he's saying now was basically the things what Joyner Lucas was saying, that if he have to say it like that, it wouldn't really have a resolution at the end. But I feel my son, because that's the things what he does, that's the activist what he is, you understand? And he can always be pushing for those things. So I feel what he's saying when it comes to those things. So yeah,
but
that's
at
it.
least, I mean, at the end of the day,
Joyner Lucas full black or biracial?
He biracial, but you could
I thought
see.
so. 'Cause I mean, he looked that kind of way, but I just wasn't sure.
I
mean,
never
I
be
never looked
straight
into
up
his.
black.
At the
I
end
never
of the
look
day,
into his background or
the man
whatever.
doing, I mean, the video, it seemed to be causing, reaching its
Controversy.
purpose. It was made to start conversation, and that's what it doing.
But then the first time he do that, the other one with the Ross cappuccino, something like that, you spell. Basically, it's a story about this guy who moved to a town and he get friends with people in the classroom, start being friends with this one guy, and this one guy like people were picking on him, and he like, nah, this my homie, a check. Come tutus, they were going home one day, this partner setting him up, a black partner setting up a white partner, basically. The white partner is a new partner in the town. And this is a true story, actually. So basically, the black partner gonna set up the partner too, like he wanted to probably get initiated in a gang, so that, they gotta do things like that.
Had to put in some work.
So basically, they bring him somewhere and they pump shots inside of the white partner, you check? No, they thought he was dead, but he lived to tell the story, and eventually catch the partner that do it, you check? But Joyner Lucas now, he make a full song about that from basically both perspectives. So from the black partner, perspective of like, yo, we're trying to get in a gang and all of this, and from the white partner perspective of like, yo, I just come to this new city and going to school and all of that, and that was deep as well. And he also had a video before that where our FN were cool, where he make a
people
song.
Been talking about Johnny Lucas, about his lyrical ability.
Yeah, he's dope. He's dope.
I just never got around to checking him out. But I seen his
really
name
like that, but it's just the certain times.
In the more lyrical hip hop blog spaces and stuff like that, I seen people mentioning Johnny Lucas. I was like, yeah, he's a dope up and coming lyricist. I just never checked him out.
I guess this is
no, I have a reason to, I guess.
Yeah, really go check him out, man. He's a real good concept. When you really want to hear like a concept and a rapper rapping content and concepts, like he really mastered, I find. Like, you know, we could talk about, like, even we as rappers, we could, like, you know, tell a story that personal to us, but the way how he put it together, he touching like more something what everybody could relate to instead of like, you know, this is just coming from me. So
I feel laughing.
Yeah, man, that's something definitely to check out. But I think, you know, that's a decent place where you can wrap up this week. I find. You want to shout out the homies for coming through again? Are you got anything else? Are you want to plug? Are you want to let the people know any upcoming things to start looking out for again?
Yeah, just look out for the beat tape.
He has a name. I know that was something that we were speaking about and thing, but I mean,
got a little sidetrack, I guess.
Yeah, man. The beat, just
like
look out for the beat
record.
tape. Everything coming out soon, top of the year with Flames.
Yeah, just a beat tape. That's basically, look, I'm just trying to find an artist.
I was like, yo, I just sick of this crap. I might just link me if I want. I just
But
not necessarily like that, no. Not necessarily like that, no. But I mean to say, like, think about it. For me to call names. You could say Gilaga, let me say Zaf, for example, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Quincy got Amarte.
Okay.
Soundwave got Kendrick Lamar. You need that established artist, you know what I mean? And then I tried to find that person.
Dre and Eminem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out my boys them, you know, but everybody like.
So where they could find y'all? Like, what are social media and things so they could make sure seeing y'all cooking up on the IGs and thing?
Yeah, we're not
j.sonus audio.
Alex Audio.
j.sonus audio on Instagram.
Dawk Audio.
j.sonus on SoundCloud. j.sonus on SoundCloud.
The man consistent. Like,
man.
Yeah.
Oh, j.sonus on Facebook too. The page, I got page. You know what I mean? Plugged up.
Alex.
All over.
Yeah, man. Just follow the Instagrams and then you can
just
see
the
all of the
Instagram.
previews.
They also got Dawk Audio Instagram.
Yeah, Dawk Audio
Dawk
Instagram.
Beats.
Okay.
Dawk Audio Instagram.
Yeah, Dawk Audio Instagram.
So look out for those things at the top of the year. We also got projects coming out, songs as well. Like I said, I was working with a French artist.
Yeah.
He got some things although I can't understand.
I got.
I leave some French people hear it and they give me the verification. Yeah.
Talking about, you see, going back to what you were saying about the copyright and everything. I have a song with Buku Sam, or I help produce a song for Buku Sam, and I have to get my paperwork in order. To get my Bumustra or whatever. Whatever the hell that is.
For those that don't know, that's registering with a what you call PROs, Performing Royalties Organization.
Yeah, so I have to.
No laps on that?
No, just a little €90.
Nah,
and then after.
It's 90 or something like what?
64.
So I have to get myself in order, but I don't know what really happening with the song. But that's a well-known artist here in the Netherlands, you know, I help produce. The guy basically just steal my melody and
Yo, shout out to Ross one time.
Shout out Ross to one time, you know.
Why you steal it?
Man, I'm a homeboy, but I mean, we work on the beat together. It was a while back. That was an old beat, and you know, it touched. There's an opportunity there for me.
So the track done out and thing like
it ain't out yet, but I heard it.
Okay.
You know, it already mixed. Made or whatever. It's just
you're saying out in the world ain't been released.
Yeah, just saying a lot of people sitting on a lot of music too now. Like I sure General have like 2-3 beats that I gave sent to him already. He just sitting on it, you know. A lot of people.
Yeah, I know the Tree Conscious has got a couple dark beats.
Yeah, exactly.
Still,
too.
we gotta do things with.
Yeah, shout out the shout out the boys them Alto
and Cheat
Code, and, you know, Gary, the movement. I make sure support that. I make sure look out for the music that they're coming up with. You know,
yeah, man.
Yeah, man, good. You know, again, like we say each time, don't forget to like, share the video, leave us know what you think about it. If you have anybody else you want us to interview or you want us to have a conversation with, leave us know. If you have any specific topics you want us to talk about, leave us know as well. I think we can already say for next week, we're probably going to be going through some Hispano music. This video that we were just talking about.
It says the Joyner Lucas.
Yeah. So, we probably will be getting into some race topics next week.
Yeah.
But that's another thing too, you could do, like, talk about some race topics, but basically how people experience racism in coming from the different islands. Because we just really look at America as the big point, but a lot of times let us have to read the news and then step back. Anyway, that's another topic.
Remember, we need to have the disclaimer: the views of our guests does not necessarily. We do not necessarily hold the same views as our guests. We can't stop them from saying what they want to say.
We got put at the beginning and at the end of that show, but that was something we're gonna have in the works, especially being Sinterklaas time up in the Netherlands.
Technically, it already passed, but
that means
I don't know if you follow my Instagram, but at time I had to take a Snapchat or Insta Snap about it, and they had like the Sinterklaas on the boat itself. I say Sinterklaas in 200 years of 200 years of what?
Slavery?
No, not slavery. 200 years of oppression. Yeah, that's what I put as a comment. I got so much fire for that.
No, that's something we'll be talking about at some point, most probably next week. But again, y'all, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming through.
Yeah, you already know, man.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Listeners, thanks for pulling through. This is another hour-long episode of the LinkUp podcast.
Yeah, hour and a half, basically. We creeping up on an hour and a half right now, or in 25 minutes now.
That's okay, man. We got two guests this time, not just one.
That's a justification. There was a lot to say.
Yeah. So,
we have to give Guasi opportunity to tell his origin story.
We have to go through the history.
I mean, yeah.
It's on record now. Basically, anybody who want to know the origin.
Man, the number one contender. Fuck around, trading fucking fingers in a blender. That's the line. That's the line where they don't go so far.
How many girls used to like me?
I thank everybody again for listening to another week's episode, and we'll check out again when we link up.
Boop.
Yeah, man, you done.